questions to you guys.
I think, when I go back and watch the tape, I know I'll see it. We just quit scoring. That's all it was. And when you look at Detroit's scores through the year, you got to keep scoring against them because they can score. And I think defensively our guys did a good job. I think they had the right idea, but Bass made some big plays when they made that run, and we couldn't stop it. And we had shot free throws so well, and then we get in that 6-minute mark right in there, and we missed 2 1-and-1s when it's an 8-point game. And we had kept the game right. I knew they'd make a run. I knew we'd come back and make a run. And all you had to do was keep the game right there at 6 or 8, and then it got away from us. But, I thought Julian Torres really came off the bench and continues to show what he can become. He is playing as hard as any of the big guys right now. Ty was very good defensively, again, inside, 7 block shots. And we couldn't get a couple threes to go down. And I don't know how many in the first half were down in the rim and they just popped back out. And, again, I take it as a compliment that teams go zone because you can't guard us. You want to guard us man to man, you're not going to guard us. And I think the bottom line is, when it comes back to it, when I look at the film, we just quit scoring, and you can't quit scoring against Detroit.
Questions?
What's been advantage for Ty this last 4 games actually against the Bucks now?
Well, I think he's getting more and more comfortable with what we want out of him defensively. And I think he was so worried about being right that he forgot what he was. Nobody can score on you. Go block it. And, now we got to do a better job of, when he blocks it, our guards digging in there and getting that ball. But he's doing a better job, too, of moving his feet. At times he would get stuck, and then when he needed to come over and block it, he was too late. Now he's getting more square, and he can time it, and yet they still can't throw the pass to his guys. So he's really growing in that area.
Talk about the Dikembe Dixon. He keeps giving you solid performances night in and night out.
Well, again, I've been around a lot of very good players, and there's a point where, especially for freshmen, where you've played this many minutes, and yet he continues to bring it at a high level every time he steps on that floor. And he had 2 threes in the first half that were down, and they just don't go in. And he goes 12 for 14 at the free throw line, 4 rebounds, and again, all the guys, and when I say young guys, I include Lance in that, I include Ty in that. They're all stepping up and really starting to get a feel for each other too. And at the end of the day, that's why we make some good plays. Lance hit a good 3 there, and when they were making a run, and Lance made a 3, and so but no, Dikembe continues to grow, and he's got to continue to grow. And it's when you have 2 or 3 people coming at you, then you got to figure out what you do with that, and he will.
What's going to take for him to be more consistent at the balance? Last game, he showed something 5 minutes, now he's just 12.
Well, the last one, I would contribute all our free throw shooting, because we were 9 for 24 at Youngstown. That's what you're talking about. And he was playing 3 games in 6 days. And guys like Lance and him hardly ever came out. Well, he didn't come out. And even the 2 he missed at the end when we were up 1, he doesn't do that. And so, but yet nobody was more disappointed. So for the last 2 days, he's done nothing but stand at the free throw line. And that's a great quality, because that's what you have to do. Lance and Gabe were in the gym this afternoon shooting. The culture of the program is coming. of guys understanding, and again, I can only measure it by where we were at when we played Detroit at Detroit compared to tonight. Now, no question it's at home, so it's a different venue. But Detroit's a better basketball team now than they were when we played them the first time. Well, I think we've shown how far we've come in 6 weeks. And I still go back to, and I'm going to continue to talk about this, if we hadn't opened with 6 out of 8 on the road, we might be in a different position right now. But the position we're in now is, can you play better Sunday? Can you play better next weekend heading to Detroit? Because that's what we're building for.
Coach, another guy that kind of killed you was Brundage, number 4. What makes him such a tough cover?
Well, and again, we were doing some things and we lost him a couple times, but you look at Jenkins and Paris, and I have great respect for Antoine Wilson. You got to cheat off somebody, and we were leaving him a little bit, and he made us pay for it. He's a veteran guy. He understood what he should do. We couldn't trick him any longer, and we were trying to, but we couldn't. And you know, so that's why he got some of the baskets he did. And Ray did a good job of figuring out what we were doing.
Anything else for Coach? Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.